Hello everybody, today we are doing yet another tier list since a fun EXE game came out that I've been very hyped for a while now. That of course is Outcome Memories. This is by far one of the best EXE Roblox games that I've played, and personally I can't wait for more characters to get added. So speaking of characters, I will be ranking all of the current playable characters in-game. The ranking just depends on mostly how fun I think they are to play, for me, at least. Tails, the classic sidekick besides Sonic throughout the games, and also the one who always gets brutalized horribly in almost every EXE media. Tails is in a weird spot for me. While I haven't played too much of Tails, from what I've seen, he's obviously the distance character, who should usually never be right in the front lines near the EXE, since at least for me, he can die extremely quickly. His laser is a decent stun. It's got a long charge up though, making it a little useless in a chase, since it's basically a free hit or kill if the EXE is close enough to Tails, though when you do actually hit the EXE, its stun is actually pretty long, and it's probably one of the better stuns in the game. His glide is a decent mobility and getaway ability, allowing you to glide for a few seconds before having to go back to the ground or stopping when you glide with the ground. I personally don't think I'm gonna main Tails anytime soon, but I'll probably use him every once in a while, so I'm gonna put him in the decent category. And for once, Sonic is actually a character we can play as, since all of the characters in Outcome Memories are from different universes, allowing there to be multiple Sonics. So we can actually finally play as our blue hero and actually face his demons. Or demons of himself. Sonic is actually my second main. I really like playing him. It's rare that we actually do get to play as Sonic, and honestly, they nailed him in terms of his kit, and it just fits him. For Sonic's passive, he gets a secondary health bar, which are dodges instead of health. So for 2 hits, he will dodge the attack instead of actually taking damage. And once the dodges are over, you will now take damage, and only Cream can heal you that back. But you can regain your dodges by stunning the killer with Spin Dash. His Spin Dash is an instant invulnerable stun state, where Sonic does his iconic Spin Dash move, where if you collide with the EXE once they get stunned for a brief moment, but if you stun them 3 times, the first one included, it fully stuns and knocks down the EXE. Unfortunately, the Spin Dash is very easy to dodge. All it takes is jumping, basically. So use it wisely. His second ability, Peel Out, is a speed ability. He charges up for a short moment, and then he darts across the map, basically. You can use it to either get away from a killer, or get to fallen allies if they're across the map. Although, if you do get caught charging it up, you can't do anything about it, and you're gonna take that damage, whether you like it or not. So usually do it behind cover or where you won't get hit. Sonic, being the main character himself, is honestly a good character. They did him justice, so it's only fair that he deserves top place in God tier. Cream. Oh god, Cream. Okay, so I don't like Cream. She's the only healer in the game currently, so she's a must-have teammate. Unfortunately, I hate playing her. For one, she always gets hard targeted by any experienced EXE, which sucks since she's unless you're good at juking, you can't do much, as her dash barely does anything, at least for me. Also, she can't heal herself when healing allies. She has an ability that she just heals an area around her, anybody near her she heals. And it doesn't do herself. It doesn't heal her, which is stupid. And her other ability is a small little dash. I don't really know what the use of it for. As much as I like the character, I'm putting her at the bottom of the list. That's no good! Amy Rose, the girl who simps for Sonic, and she's the true friend of Metal Sonic. She's currently in my main. I just love playing her. She's a really good stunner and team support character. Amy's gimmick is her cards. At the start of every round, she draws 2 random cards. There's only one debuff card that blinds you badly, but the rest of the cards have their uses. I don't really know all the details, so just look it up on the wiki like I did. If you are unsatisfied with your cards, you can re-roll and gamble your 2 cards again after the cooldown finishes. Now, we look at her 2 stun abilities. For her basic, she swings. She readies her hammer and auto-stuns the EXE if she gets close enough. This is definitely one of the easiest stuns to land, just don't activate it too far away from the EXE, because chances are they will run and wait it out. Her second stun is Hammer Throw, which is a bit harder to hit, but it full stuns the EXE if it hits them, so just aim good and hope for the best. I will say I do die a bit more than I do as Sonic with Amy, since she can be taken down with 2 to 3 hits, which hurts her a tad bit. So I'm going to put her in pretty good. Metal Sonic. My all-time favorite in the Sonic series. He's pretty good, but he definitely could be better. The thing that I don't really like about Metal in this game is his stun. For some reason, instead of like in Disaster where he would just charge them and maybe like pin them against the wall, which you can do in this, instead Metal will electrocute the EXE and take away his health in return. Even though it's not a lot of his health, it can still screw you over and even kill you if you're low health. And Metal can't go down, he explodes immediately. So usually always try to go for the wall variant when you do his charge ability. Now, thankfully, Metal can repair himself. So, usually, after getting away from the EXE and knowing you're not being followed, you can heal yourself, though it's recommended you try healing near Eggman or even Tails, because it speeds it up from taking a bit, depending on your health. Metal has the best survivability in the game, by far, but in return he can't be down since he immediately blows up upon 0 health. He also cannot be healed by Cream because he's not a living being. The damage on stuns just really put me off of Metal, and it's also extremely easy to dodge or cancel since it has a short windup that can just cancel if you get hit. I'm definitely gonna still play him a lot, but he's gonna go in pretty good. Sorry, buddy. Followed up by Egghead himself, we got Eggman. Eggman's definitely interesting to play. He's by far the slowest, but he makes up for it mostly in his shield bubble. Eggman also has a double jump, which can help juke even more if you have enough space to do so. He also has a small speed boost, which does help a bit. His shield bubble is where he shines, as it's best used as a parry or to deny charges, since if it's hit, it will stun the EXE immediately and Eggman will take no damage. Eggman players are honestly usually the ones I struggle to kill, since they are usually the person I face in LMS the most, so I'm gonna give Robotnik decent. He's good to play, little annoying to kill. And finally, our last available survivor, we got Knuckles. Knuckles is a pretty good and simple survivor, all things considered. He has two abilities, Punch and Counter. For Second fans, if you're a guest main, try out Knuckles when you play this game. You will love him. For Punch, Knuckles readies a punch, and similar to Tails' cannon, it zooms in and waits for you to click, and upon activation, he will punch forward and stun the EXE if in front of him. It plays a little audio cue, so be careful. You can get baited. For Counter, Knuckles will block and become invulnerable for a few seconds. If he's attacked while blocking, it will full stun the EXE. But, while blocking, Knuckles emits white outlines around him to warn the EXE, so try and use it as if they're going right when they're going to hit you, so you don't get baited. But if you do get baited, just immediately use Punch. That usually works out for him. Also, Knuckles can jump onto walls and then glide down off of them, just like he does in the games. Knuckles is a simple and good character to play, so I'm gonna put him in pretty good. And now for the only EXE that we have for the moment. 2011X. He's extremely overpowered in my opinion. I'm just gonna say EXE for now. His normal attacks have really big hitboxes, and I do think about 40 damage, so he can take out people like Amy, Tails, and Cream fairly quickly, if not stunned or juked, while the rest take a bit more, especially Metal Sonic, who's probably EXE's biggest foe. For EXE's first ability, he has Invisibility, which makes him go invisible to all survivors and gives him increased speed, though he cannot jump while invisible. If close enough, while invisible, he can see the auras of nearby survivors and can teleport to said survivor. Charge makes EXE light up red 2 times before EXE starts flying towards your cursor, or whatever you're looking. And if you attack a survivor while flying, you will hold them in place and do continuous damage until the person breaks out or if you get stunned out of it. If both don't happen, you will automatically down or kill the survivor depending on which life they are on. God's Trickery. Sonic will slowly disappear and will teleport to a random survivor, and depending on if the survivor gets the prompt right or wrong, you will auto-hit them once. Upon using God's Trickery, every other survivor who isn't teleported to will get a Shadow EXE who will attempt to distort your controls, so look behind you when your screen starts glitching black. If the shadow turns negative blue, you stand still. If the shadow turns red, keep moving. If the shadow stays black, you jump. And finally, for his most annoying ability, Rage. Upon using Rage, EXE will have a fire-like aura on them as their disc damage is increased to 50, two-shotting most survivors. This lasts for roughly 1.5 minutes. It also stops the timer while in Rage. It can also close exits until the timer goes down. 2011X is a very strong EXE and usually wins most of his games, and even though they're getting annoying to go against, I'm gonna put him in God tier. And that's all of the characters. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will mostly rank each character as they come out, since I'm definitely sticking to this game. Personally, I'm really excited for Fane and Infinite, and for EXE, I really want End. Anyway, I got nothing else, so bye-bye!